Today we are thrilled to welcome the fabulous Dr. Kavita Bhatnagar, an expert in eating behavior, a Harvard grad, and all-round flavor enthusiast.
Super excited to be here.
Thank you. With her unique blend of expertise in psychology, nutrition, and food technology, she is here at Bookscape to talk about her insightful book, The Power of Imperfect Eating. It's a refreshing take on embracing our relationship with food without guilt or rigid rules. Dr. Kavita, your background as a food technologist is so unique and intriguing. For those of us unfamiliar with the term, could you share what a food technologist does and how it connects to your work in understanding eating behaviors?
I'm glad you asked. So many people do not know who a food technologist is. So a food technologist is someone who studies the science of food, the physics, chemistry, biology, the biochemistry, everything about food, and whatever food we see around us, either processed or unprocessed, there is some food technologist behind it.
Awesome, that sounds really, really cool. Okay, your book, The Power of Imperfect Eating, takes a unique approach to food by weaving stories rather than prescribing rigid rules. Why did you choose to take this approach to your book?
So people do not need to be told what to do or what to eat. There is enough information around that. People need compassion and kindness, and the best way is storytelling. So I chose to write this book in the form of short stories so that the reader can actually find a little bit of themselves in those pages and resonate and probably carry a lesson or two with them and take it to their lives and make it part of it.
Sounds wonderful. The idea of embracing imperfection in eating habits is refreshingly different from the strict rule-based diets we often encounter. What inspired you to champion this philosophy?
So I think we are all imperfect human beings with our own imperfections, our flaws, and our lives are imperfect. The world in which we are living, that world is imperfect. Our circumstances are imperfect. The intentions of people who are selling us things and hopes cannot be judged. So how can we have one perfect way to eat? So I think imperfection is the way to make peace with yourself and peace with our life and not be burdened by the idea of perfection or following rigid rules and strict diets or anything. Rather than move forward, it is always progress over perfection.
That's such a nice take on my philosophy. Alright. So many of us feel overwhelmed by conflicting advice about good and bad foods. How does your book help readers navigate this chaos and shift their perspective on food without guilt or judgment?
So one central idea of my book is that no single food is good or bad. It all lies in the context. So the problem is when we assign moral values to food, inadvertently we are tying our self-worth with that. When we say that this food is good or this food is bad, let's say we consider one particular food product as a bad food. And when we are having this, inadvertently we start to feel that we are a bad person and then we are weighed down with guilt. So rather than seeing food with the lens of a moral judgment, why not approach it in a way that it can be a part of a diversified food pattern and move on, even if you have done a little transgression, if you might think of it like that, move on and eat better in your next meal. So that's the approach towards it.
Awesome. That's a wonderful way of saying that we are allowed cheat days, but not so many.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you share a specific story or character from your book that readers might find especially relatable or eye-opening?
So Amit is one character in the book. I find him particularly someone who would resonate with many of us. He's your typical corporate professional, fun-loving. He's also curious about the evolving universe of food and he's excited to know what is the latest launch which has happened, what is the new food product on the block. But he is equally curious that what is the label saying. So much so that he wants to build an app to help people navigate the chaos surrounding food. But the beauty of this character is its complexity. He is a kind hearted person, but at the same time, he has his own blind spots. Like in one particular chapter, he fails to talk to somebody who is a little overweight with compassion. Probably he doesn't even know that what is body positivity, and any sort of body centric commentary is not a good thing. So he goes on and has some remarks, and then once he understands that what power words hold, he is immediately motivated to change. So this is a bit of all of us. Sometimes we have our own blind spots. We want to be good human beings, but we do not even know what good means. So that complexity of that character is, I think, many of the readers will resonate with.
Absolutely, absolutely. You hint at a transformative tool revealed at the end of your book. You tease us with it, and that helps readers make lasting changes in their relationship with food. Without giving too much away, could you tell us what makes this tool so powerful and how it ties into the journey you take your readers on?
Yes, so towards the end of the book, there is a tool, of course, and we all want to change our lifestyle, but we fail to know where to begin. So, how to execute lifestyle change in a way that fits into your modern reality? So, we cannot go back to hunter gatherer ways to approach food, but we have to live today, but also not forget the lessons from the past or from what our ancestors did. How do you make enduring lifestyle change? So that tool exactly helps you do that, but at the same time with compassion, curiosity, and not with the burden of rigid rules.
Awesome. That sounds like a very balanced tool. Okay.
I hope you like it.
You're sure that the readers are going to love it. Finally, who is your book for? Simply put, who should read your book?
I think anyone who is struggling to make sense of the food and nutrition landscape, anyone who thinks, I wish somebody who is a friend and who is not trying to sell me another diet, another supplement, another something, I wish I could sit down with that person with a cup of coffee and clear all my doubts. If you are that person, this book is for you.
Amazing, amazing.